Thanks for clicking on the video, and here on our Mimic, we're going to do unboxing of a board game. This time it's for Super Fantasy Brawl, the core set. This was published by Mythic Games back in 2021, so it's a pretty recent game. In fact, this game got picked up by Simon, and they're going to do a revision of it, and you might have seen that on Kickstarter recently. Now, part of the reason why we are showing off this core set, and you might wonder, well, didn't you show this game off before? Yes, we have, and that was with a gigantic Kickstarter version of the box. And to give you a sense of how big that white box is, here is it side to side, but yeah, it just dwarfs the core set. And I want to create a comparison video later if the components in here, like the tray, can fit inside this box, and can you use all the other trays to fit in this core set, because this game is probably 1/4 the size of that big white box. This has 6 miniatures, and that one has 12 characters, so only double more. But the box is like so much bigger. I have to admit that one also contains the miniatures for the statues that will be featured in this game, but that's just a small part of the space. And yeah, it's just overwhelming how big that game is, and this is just more compact. So I'm going to satisfy my curiosity if space saving can be done with this combined with that. And yeah, I don't really need this game. In fact, this game you see in front of you will be our giveaway for the month of August. Welcome to the channel where we munch on multiple nerdy things, from board games to Dungeons and Dragons, comic books to toys, video games on Saturdays, and gamer snacks on Sundays. We also do monthly giveaways, and this is our current giveaway for the awesome month of August. It's Super Fantasy Brawl board game and unplayed copy. So I'll put a link down below how you could win this awesome prize. And if you're watching this from the future, I'm sorry you missed out. You could click our main channel page for our current giveaway. And if you do enjoy the video you're about to watch, hopefully consider hitting that like and subscribe. It's free to you, and it helps us out on the channel. Thank you for watching. Before we get this box unsealed, let's appreciate the cover here, which features our 6 core heroes. We got a sorceress, a trapper, a pirate, a dwarf, an orc, and a Eastern mythos type character here. You can see it's predominantly going to be a dueling game between 2 players or 2 teams versus 2. It takes approximately half an hour to play and rated 14+, but I think younger players can definitely play it. Certainly my daughter has been able to play this game very well. The sides of the box features more character art. There we go. And we'll flip it to the back of the box here. You get a sense what this game is going to involve. You have a large game board, and in the center there are going to be 3 statues. A lot of the actions are going to be involved around. You can fight against each other, but that's a little bit difficult to knock each other out. A lot of the points that you will get to win this game are going to be through various actions with these statues, where you stand next to them or have to be in a certain area. You have 3 core actions, so basically 3 actions you can do every turn. And we did a how to play of this game previously, and you can click our main channel page for that information. This game is very easy to learn how to play. It basically takes only 5 minutes. All right, let's get the box out of the shrink wrap and check out the components within. Let's find a place to attack the shrink. And here we go. Always exciting to get a new board game unsealed, even if it's not one for me, and I'm giving this one away. All right, it's gonna come off momentarily. There you go. Take off the lid here. And nothing printed underneath. Looks like we have some advertising here. We have our rule set, and let's flip through this briefly. It's going to be pretty short. Showing our components here. Game setup, how to draft your characters, And yeah, we explained all of this within 5 minutes. how to play and attack. But this video will just be an unboxing video. All right, so just 16 pages. All right, we'll set this off to the side. We have our various tokens. And yeah, it's just gonna be a single sheet here. Here is the flip side. So these are health tokens. You can see it's 1 damage. You can flip it over and do 3. These are traps. And depending on what trap you hit, you would get different damage, like 1 damage or 3 damage. Here you get stunned, and here you get rooted. You can't move. And these are tokens to represent the 3 core magics that you can utilize in the game, basically your 3 actions. And I believe this might be for a variant of the game. All right, so we're gonna set this off to the side. Here is the game board. I believe it's just 4 panels. Yes, it is. You have your starting gate for the sword, and on the opposite side, you have the starting gate with the axe symbology. The 3 statues are going to be here, and these are going to represent some areas you might need to control. Okay, it's pretty well done. Wonderful art. Okay, on the flip side, you have a big logo for the game. All right, so we're going to set this off to the side. And yeah, these are going to be the player boards. There's going to be 4 of them within here. They're all the same. Here you're going to put your tokens for your 3 core magics. You flip them over once you utilize it, so 3 turns. And these are simple abilities that you could use no matter what. So you could use a blue core magic to move 1 and plan 1. That is to basically take 1 card and put it back on your deck to utilize later. Here you could move 1 and heal 1. If you use a yellow, red, you could move 1 and deal 1 damage to an adjacent hero. And this represents that you could use 1 of these tokens to move 2. It doesn't mean you have to use all 3 of them. You can just use 1 of them. And then you could also do, of course, special abilities with the cards in the game, and then you're gonna slot them here with the 3 different characters on your team. So it's 3 versus 3 characters. Let's take a look at these miniatures here, and more importantly, this tray. It is small. Oh, so I thought this tray might actually be separate, but it is not. Okay, so this is the tray for the game. You can see it is 1 big molded piece. So I think I answered my question already that this tray will not fit flushly into that white box, but maybe I don't need it to, as I do need space to hold cards and other components and the player dash. So we'll see. That'll be a separate video. So let's take a look at these miniatures here. And this is going to be our dwarf. And if you want to see what it looks like painted up, I have it right here. So this paint job, I have to admit, I didn't do it myself. It was done by Uncle Willie. So thank you so much for painting these miniatures up. And let's show off the next character here. This one is gonna be our pirate character. You can see how large this miniature is in my hand. And here is the painted up version. Very cool, right? We'll put this guy away. Let's show off this next character. This is our sorceress character. Looks wonderful, but looks more spectacular painted up, of course. Appreciate the paint job on the mini. Given the large size, you could paint in better details of the face, as you can see. So thank you so much, Uncle Willie. Let's move on to the next character here. This is going to be our Eastern Tiger character. A fun miniature to paint for sure. And here it is, all done up with the striping and everything. Very cool. Put this guy away. So here are the challenge cards. There's only 11 of them. You can see just from the front, it's just controlling certain areas or controlling a deployment area. There's only 11 of these cards, and the Kickstarter version actually has 22 of them, so double the amount. These cards are pretty poor quality. There's no linen finish. I guess they are relatively thick though, but they don't feel great. And maybe that's why they come out with Kickstarter card sleeves for the game. All right. So anyways, just something to be aware of. Okay, let's take a look at these player cards. And what I'm going to do is show you the ones from the Kickstarter version. But yeah, this also comes with some player A cards, so that's pretty wonderful. Interesting enough, with the Kickstarter version, this was available as a separate add-on. But this is the version 2 of the core box. So I guess they got wise and added a player card to the deck. So that's wonderful. I'm going to leave this sealed for the lucky winner of this board game. And I will show off the cards that are already unsealed from my own personal set. So this is the first character we have, the pirate character. And this, on the flip side, is his level up abilities. You can see he has a new ability here. At the bottom, he does not. And each character is going to have 6 cards. Let's show these off. Basically, you're going to have different colors representing the different 3 core abilities. So you play that color to utilize the colored card. Every player also has a reaction card. And this is a card that any of your characters can use. And basically is sort of a defense reaction ability, right? And so I'll just flash those very quickly. Let's take a look at the next character in the box, and that would be the Trapper here. Here is a look at the level up ability, and then a quick look at her skill cards and reaction cards. So the quality of these cards are the same as those challenge cards. There is no linen finish to them. You can see that there. I mean, it's not the worst cards I've seen, but it's not the greatest. So you may consider sleeving your cards, especially if you play this game heavily. Let's take a look at Raph's flip side ability here. His attack gains a poison. A look at his skill cards here and reaction cards. It does feature unique artwork for each card, so that's always very cool to have. Here is our Tiger character, level up ability side. And you can see here his eyes are not glowing, but here they are. So yeah, pretty cool, fun, cartoony art to be had. Here is a look at the character art for his skill cards. Flash them very quickly. Here we have our sorceress, her level up side, and then her 6 skill cards and reaction cards. You see the names of the cards, you know, pretty typical magical abilities there. And here we have our dwarf character with the level up side and the 6 skill cards. All right, so those are all the characters in the game. So technically that is the end of our unboxing of this core set. And yeah, through the power of editing, I actually have left these cards sealed. And one lucky winner will win this prize. And you could click the link down below how you can win this core set. So thank you for watching, everyone, and keep on adventuring out there.